Hey, Swale. Good morning, everyone. I'm going to ask this last row of students to scooch up half your body length, become friends with the people in front of you. That's good? Okay. Stop. Thank you. I would like to acknowledge that we currently reside on the traditional shared ancestral territory of the Sumas First Nation and the Matsqui First Nation. These two nations have lived here in the Fraser Valley, in the Stalo Nation, for the last 10,000 years. It's for this reason that we acknowledge the traditional territory that we currently reside on. I've been asked to speak on behalf of the family. The family is the staff here at the school. They're following traditional protocol, the teachings of the Stalo people that say that they are much too humble to speak for themselves. Therefore, they hire somebody to speak for them. So I'm here to speak for them today. We're going to be doing a ceremony, a Stalo ceremony, to honor a few people today. I'm going to be doing the announcing of this ceremony, and Ms. Peggy Janicki, one of our district helping teachers in the Aboriginal department, is going to be the floor manager. It's her job to tell me what to say. So I don't actually have to think. She just tells me what to do and I do it. Which is not unlike the rest of the time, but that's okay. I've been blanketed today with this blanket over my heart to remind me to have a good heart when I speak. And I had this cedar bark headband put over my head to remind me to have good thoughts when I speak. Because it's important that we have a good mind and a good heart when we do our work. A reminder of one more teaching, as Mr. Voth had mentioned, about being a good audience, is a teaching that I shared at a ceremony we did just last week, is that we have two eyes and two ears and only one mouth. So the teaching is that we look and we listen twice as much as we talk. So that's a reminder to the students that are sitting on the floor right now. Or that will happen. At this time, we're going to call some witnesses. Witnesses have an important role. As Aboriginal people don't have a written history. For thousands of years, we've passed on our traditions, our culture, our teachings, our language by word of mouth. And we also have contracts by word of mouth. Today we also have legal contracts written on paper, signed by lawyers. But in Stalo tradition, we still have legal contracts that are done by word. And it's these witnesses that we're going to call that have three jobs. When we call your name, we're going to ask you to stand up, and the family is going to shake your hand and give you some quarters as a thank you. Your job as a witness is to watch and listen to everything that happens and to remember what you see and hear. Your second job is to go home and tell your family and your friends about what you saw and what you heard and what happened today. Third, your job is to come back if you're asked and tell us exactly what happened in case there's question about the ceremony that happened today. That is the contract that you as a witness are being asked to sign. We may also ask you at the end to respond to the work that we've done. So you may be asked to come speak and say some words of encouragement. Price, you are asked to be a witness for the work that we're going to do today. Paul Lilly, you've been asked to be a witness for the work that we're going to do today. We only ask extremely serious people to be witnesses. In addition to these two witnesses, we're asking everyone here to be a witness to the work that we're going to do. So it is your job to look and to listen and to tell your families and to come back and share what happened if there's ever any questions. At this time, I would like Connie Stash, Blake Leola, and Anna Ratzlaff to please come outside these doors. While these people are being prepared, we're going to prepare the floor for the work that we're going to do. Alyssa Spence, Molly Gamble, you've been asked to come forward to help with the preparation of the floor. We asked two young ladies to help prepare the floor for this ceremony. They will place blankets down on the floor to create new ground, sacred ground that no one has ever stood on before for this ceremony. The blankets are very important to the Stalo people. Traditionally, the blankets were made out of the hair from mountain goats and the hair from a dog that was raised by the Stalo people called the woolly dog or the wool dog. These dogs were raised on islands so that they didn't mix with other types of dog. And their hair was used to make wool to weave into blankets. These dogs have gone extinct. And the art of making sailless weavings is very rare. So now the Stalo people use bought blankets, blankets that can be purchased. And that's what these young ladies are putting on the floor. They're putting 4 blankets down for each honoree. For each honoree. The number 4 is very important to many Aboriginal cultures. The number 4 represents so many things in our lives. The 4 directions, the 4 seasons, the 4 stages of life, being born as a baby, becoming an adolescent or a teenager, becoming an adult, and coming around full circle to become an elder. Elders and children, babies, are very closely connected in the circle that cycle makes. We consider elders to be childlike. They have lots of patience and lots of teachings. And that's why traditionally many Aboriginal cultures had the elders raising the children. The family is going to thank these 2 young ladies for their work by shaking their hands. Once the honorees are ready, in the back, we have asked an esteemed drummer and singer to join us in this ceremony. We were just figuring out which way is east, because we always have the honorees facing east. We get confused once we get in the gym. It's hard to see the mountains. Aiden, Hendros, Cheyenne, Bobby, I'm yelling and Peggy's here. Addie, Larson, please come forward. These individuals are going to do the work of receivers. They're going to be blanketed like I am and scarfed around their head to remind them to do good work, and they're going to help the honorees come onto the blankets. As I was saying, we've asked Mr. Philip Lockerbie from Skokale First Nation in Chilliwack to be our singer today. He's going to be bringing in our honorees by singing an honor song. He's going to lead them around the gym so everyone can see them. And they're going to come to the blankets where the receivers were going to help them onto the blankets. After that time, we're going to have a few moments to speak about why these people are being honored, and we'll be asking some of our witnesses to respond. At this time, I'm going to ask everyone to please rise. explain why these three individuals are being honored. Ms. Connie Stash, a parent and an artist in this school, who has done much work with the Aboriginal Department, the Aboriginal program here at Chief Dan George Middle School, has shared beautiful murals, both outside and inside the Aboriginal room at the school, and has helped build a sense of belonging in that room for students, sharing beautiful Aboriginal works to make a room feel very inviting for all of the students that go in. The family would like to honor you for your work, for your dedication, for your generosity. The two students that have been honored are being honored for their dedication, for their hard work, for having perfect attendance at school. Students that have not missed one day of school in the school year. The family wanted to acknowledge these two students for what they've done, for the school, for themselves, for their families, to show how proud they are of these two students. You'll see the honorees have been blanketed in a different way than I have, or the receivers. They have the blankets wrapped around their shoulders, like a giant hug, like a claiming. The family is claiming these three people now as part of their family. It's of the highest honor of Stalo culture to be honored in this way. At this time, I would like to ask two of the witnesses to come and speak. Ryan Ashley Price, you've been asked to come and respond to the work that's been done today. Share some words of encouragement to our three honorees.
Wow, my voice. I started at this school in September, and Anna and Blake are both two of my students. And as you both heard, I like to use Mr. Smith's word, dedication. They have been here every single day this year. Every single day. I have been here every single day. As a student, I couldn't boast being at school every single day. Back to that word, dedication. I've seen Anna and Blake grow from, well, something that would, students that would mean a lot to me as I would not have expected either one of them to be in this position today, right, from that first impression that they gave me in September. However, like I said, I got to see them grow. I got to see their dedication to education, their dedication to lifelong learning. They understand that education in this province is a privilege, and that being in attendance every single day, not missing something, is very, very important. I think we can all have a lot to learn from them, and I think we can all take something away from this. That these two people care.
We've done a Alice in Wonderland picture for the Mad Tea Party. She has done mural after mural for us for our production. She's painted all of these set pieces for every huge production we've done in this school. Her talents are absolutely obvious. We have looked at those huge 50 by 24 paintings and wondered how one person could do that. How she takes our visions and puts them on a little piece of paper and transforms them up onto these huge walls. The attention to detail in those pictures is amazing. From every single tiny little leaf that's on those pictures right now, she has to draw all of them. How many of us have walked into the room, on the multi-purpose room, over the years and seen a little bit of progress each day on those pictures and felt pride in our school. We've looked at it and go, wow, our school rocks. Because we look at these amazing, beautiful pictures up on the walls. This lady's done all those. Her talents are obvious. She spent hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours in this school over the years, helping us take some pride in this building, in our family. She takes our productions that we do and turns them into pieces of work that even the high schools envy. We are a middle school and we produce productions with her help and her artistry and her talents that other middle school, other high schools can. We are blessed to have her here. She doesn't just come here and paint. I've come through the multipurpose room many times, and she's not painting. Because a student has asked her a question about painting. A student has shared a dream about it, maybe about passion of coloring or drawing or artistry, and they want to know how she does it and how she started it. And she always takes time to stop and talk to you. If you've ever had a question about the paintings and you wanted to know, Miss Natch will stop and talk to you. She loves to talk to kids about her passion. I'm proud to witness for her. I'm actually proud to call her my friend now. We've been together for years in this school, and she's become a true friend of mine. We're very, very lucky in this building to have her here and to be a member of our family now.
At this time, the protocol installer ceremony is that we have a giveaway. This is a very important part of a ceremony, as it's one of the most important teachings. In almost all of the Aboriginal cultures in Canada, when you travel and see their ceremonies, there's a giveaway at the end. And the teaching is around generosity and about how we measure wealth. How we measure how wealthy someone is, how rich someone is. We don't measure how rich someone is by how much they can buy, how fancy a car they have, how fancy their clothes are, how big of a house, where that house is. That's not how we measure wealth in Aboriginal culture. We measure wealth by how much you can give away, by how generous you can be. So we hear stories of people in the past that would have a ceremony like this and would give away everything that they owned, everything but the clothes that they had on. Because that is how you become measured as wealthy, by how much you can give away. The family has a giveaway that they would like to share. The honorees are also going to give away the blankets that they're standing on. And there's an alternate blanket and scarf wrapped up behind them so that they can keep the blanket and scarf that they have on.